Hello everyone and welcome to my coloring corner. Today is Collection Selection Saturday and we are going to select the type of watercolor medium we are going to be using. Hello Jamie, hello everyone, good morning Brooke, good morning Alex, good morning Yana, good morning Cecilia, and good morning Bee. And good morning, Jamie. Good morning, Dawn. Hello, 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 everyone. And of course, good morning, Nightbot. I hope everybody can hear me just fine. Good morning, Jen. I do have, it seems to be a bit of a sinus cold, so if I am sounding sniffly, I am sorry. Hello, Danielle. Welcome, welcome. So I do apologize for yesterday not having any videos out. I had a sinus migraine that was just horrible, and I quite literally did nothing yesterday. So I do apologize. I will at some point finish that picture that we started with the Flowwood watercolor pencils out of Color It, and I will post it. Nothing is good, yes, especially when you have a migraine. So I do apologize. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to run this morning either, but I didn't wake up with a horrible migraine. So I do have a bit of the sniffles today and a bit of a congestion in my sinuses, but not a migraine, which is good. So hopefully everybody can hear me. I know Alex is having sound issues. So if it's me, let me know because, it happens. So I will wait for everyone to come in and we will do the selection. Okay, good. As long as you guys can hear me. Then I know it's not me. How are you doing, Jamie? I have been watching your posts for all of your wonderful, wonderful houses. Can you build me one? I need one for the backyard. Good morning, Susan. Awesome. Welcome, welcome. All right. So how is everyone? How was your week? Hopefully you all had a great week. Awesome. I need one. I'm short. It's fine. Hello, Stacy. Good morning, dear. Okay, good. Good. As long as all you guys can hear me, then it's awesome. So I will do a bit of a plug. If you do want to support the channel the way you were supporting the channel previously with the memberships, you can do so over on Patreon. The membership tiers are the same. There's the unicorns, the mermaids, and the fairies. They are $1 more expensive there than they are here, only because of the way they have things set up. But you do get more content, and I am actually able to upload videos there specifically for you guys that nobody else can see without any commercials. So if you want to join me in that endeavor, please feel free to do so. Just hit !Patreon, and that will give you the link to my Patreon account. Yeah, I read what you were making for dinner, and I'm jealous. Very jealous. I want it. I can't eat it, but I want it. Awesome. Well done. Well, hopefully you enjoy them, Danielle. Not at this point. I need more subscribers for that. Hello, Kathleen. I need to have more subscribers to enable that, being able to subscribe for a full year. But the more subscribers I get, the better chances of that being a possibility soon. All right, so who's ready? Who's ready? Ah, Alex is back. Good. Welcome back, Alex. Hopefully you can hear me fine now. So I'm shaking up the collection cauldron. We've got the collection selection cauldron going. One of these days I'll have to do it in the dark. Put a light in here because it does glow in the dark when you put a light in it. So, okay, awesome. I'm glad you can hear now. All right, so who's ready? Who's ready? We're just going to stir these around in here and pull one out. So we have our selection here. Now this will determine what book we're going to color in. I have several selected that. Yes, bring friends and family to the Patreon party. Awesome. That would be fantastic. All right. So, who's ready? Oh, who's ready? This will determine what book we color in. I have selected some to go with the different mediums that are in the cauldron. These are all watercolor and water-based products. I'm not ready? Okay. So, for those that are ready, we have the Caran d'Ache Neo Color 2s. So we will be using the Caran d'Ache Neo Color 2s. I do not have the full set. I do only have a small set of them. I do believe this is the 40 set. So we have the Caran d'Ache Neo Color 2s. And that's what we will be using. And we will be using that in, let me see. I think this one here will be the best one for it. And I think we'll use that in Fantasia by Nicholas F. I just can't do the last name. So, from Nicholas F. There we go. So, let's pick a page to do with the Neo Color 2s. I'm glad you're ready now. I'm glad that I can now proceed. So I'm just looking for something that will go well with the colors that I have available. Do I have any skin tones? Not really. So we don't have a lot of skin tones. We do have some grays, so we can do silver or metallic kind of color on there and the roses. So that's a contender. Can definitely do that one. This one I can do, but not really. Nope, nope, nope. We can also do the King of Spades. I already did that one. That one's pretty cool. We could do that. Just trying to find ones that don't have a lot of skin tones and have a lot of variations to color, so that we're not doing all one color. And there's the elephant. We could do the monkey. Now the one thing that I have noticed with the Neo colors is that they do look a little better when you're able to use pencil over top of them. So we may switch over to pencils at some point, depending upon how it looks. We could of course do all the koi. I like this one. This one would be really, really pretty because I've got those orange tones or the mushrooms. I think I want to do the koi. Just because it's a lot of really pretty koi fish, and it gives you the opportunity to add the water as well as the bubbles and shadows and that sort of thing. So I'm just going to put the cauldron back. Hopefully I didn't put the Neo Color 2 one back in there. We do have one more selection. If we do get this one done, then we will be able to select another set this week. So I'm going to try to figure out where to put this. So as you can see, I've got all my colors up there. I've got my Caran d'Ache palette here somewhere. I just had it. Where did I put it? There it is. So we've got our palette, we've got our crayons. These are Neo Color 2, which are a watercolor crayon. They do color just fine on the page, but they are also good for changing to watercolor. Alright, so I'm going to switch it over to the close-up. Choice is made, yeah. Alright, so we're going to start with the one in the middle here, and we're going to give him a nice orange, red-orange first. I'm just going to color this on the palette and pick it up with my water brush. Now I want a thin line brush, so I'm going to use a number 2, no, a number 1. I'm going to use a number 1 brush here. And we're going to put some water down here. Get that all wet down. So as you can see, I've got it all wet. And we're just going to fill the brush with it. And then we're going to take this and we're just going to try to make sure that we stay in the lines. Try to stay in the lines. Let me see, where's my brush pen? Pick that up. Try to pick that up. I might be able to erase it. I'm making a mess, people. I'm making a mess. I probably will, depending upon how it looks, use something else with them. Just for the shadows and that sort of thing. I am not working well with brushes today. I don't know why. I'm not usually this bad with a brush. Just going into the fins. Good morning, Kenny. Yes, I saw that on your Facebook page. That's awesome. I was quite impressed. I bet you are so proud of him. So I'm just making a mess at this point. All right, now I'm going to do the fins on the other side here. I don't blame you there. Sometimes you just have to be in the mood for a portrait. You really do. All right. I'll go through and clean it up a little bit as I go. I know this probably doesn't look very good right now. All right. I'm going to rinse that off. And now we're going to go in with the brighter orange. Hello, Pamela. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Wet that down. And then we're just going to blend that in. Welcome, Dion. Thought you already subscribed. All right. So just going to come through here with the brighter orange, and we're going to blend that in to the red orange. And I'm not coming all the way out with it because we have a highlight area there. So I'm just going to blend that in and draw it out. We need to dry it out a little bit. Depending upon how the paper is going to do. The paper seems to be doing just fine with the water, so I'm not overly concerned about it. I am going to put a touch of this red orange in there. I am feeling a little bit better. Like I said, the headache is gone, but the sinuses are still really stuffy. So if you hear me sniffling, I apologize. Or if my breathing gets really labored, because sometimes I try to breathe through my nose and it doesn't really want to work. All right. Just gonna bring that in. Yeah. Understand. It could be allergies, it could be just a sinus cold, it could be a lot of things. All I know is that yesterday my head hurt really bad. And I don't like migraines. Migraines suck. Ugh, yuck. Yeah, no testing every day. No. It's not fun. All right, I'm going to take a little bit more of that orange. What you coloring, Brooke? Yeah. So just so you guys know, I did do the coupons this morning, and there is a set of pencils on there that are 50% off for a 130 set. All right, so there's our orange. This is not Joanna. It is Nicholas Filbert from Fantasia. Wonderful. All right, so now I'm going to use the golden yellow. I forgot that these have word names on them. So I'm using golden yellow. I used orange and vermilion already. So this is golden yellow. Hello, Dion. Hello, Amy. Hello, Lynette. Welcome. I'm sorry that I did not see you come in. Lynette, you have a package coming today. It is out for delivery. I hope you enjoy it. Pretty sure. That's what it said this morning. Yes, Joanna does have a koi page. I do not have that book. Just going to add a little bit more water. How are you doing, Dion? I've missed you. I hope you are doing well. All right. So we're almost finished with the first fishy. No problem. Okay, just going to grab a little bit more water. Maybe a little bit more of that color. Yes, the Circle of Life has one too. I was debating on the Circle of Life for the, if I was going to use the, if the King Arts were pulled or any other gel crayon were pulled, we were going to do the Circle of Life because the gel sticks work really well in there. And then we're going to take a little bit of that red orange in there as well. Rinse it off and then pick up more of that yellow. And then we're just going to blend that like so. Hello, Catherine. Welcome, welcome. All right, just going in with the yellow and doing his whiskers here. Like so. Lurk away, darling, lurk away. All right, so we have our first little fishy done. Now we're going to move on to this one over here. And I'm going to use some of the light gray and the white. So we're going to do this one white and orange. I need the light gray for the shadows. So we're just going to get that light gray going. We're going to do this little fella here. So we're going to do this area here in the white. So we're going to add the gray. We might need to go a little bit darker with the gray. We'll see. Need more water. Yeah, let's go a touch darker with the gray. So I used gray and light gray. Well, isn't that convenient? Jen has the full set of these, and I keep on drooling over hers. I really want the full set, but that will have to go on my next year. So I'm just putting the gray in the areas that I'm going to be using that white in. Yeah. Yeah, I've got this small set here, which is only the 40 set, but I really want the full set. Which is strange because I don't do a lot of watercolor mediums, but the Caran d'Ache Neocolors just lay down so nicely. All right, now we're going to do, let's do this one here in white, this one here in white, and the lower one we'll do in orange. Those ones we'll do in orange, and then we'll bring some white into the base of this one, and then orange onto the edges. Okay, so now we've got our gray down. No problem. Yeah, they do. Yeah, Caran d'Ache does really well with their products. So we've got our grays down. Now I'm going to put in the white. I'm just going to blend that into the gray, creating that shadow. Oh, you will be able to figure them out very quickly. I know you will. You figured out Inktense, you'll be able to figure these out really quickly. Now I am finding that the Fantasia book is taking the watercolor very, very nicely. So if you do have this book, you can definitely give it a shot. I always find that if I use too much water, I have issues. But if I don't use too much water, I can not have to take the page out of the book. All right, now I'm going to go in with that red-orange. Oh, I've got to put that white down on his tail here. Welcome, Calamity. You're not late. I'm still here. You're not late. All right, so I'm going to take this red orange and I'm going to come in through this part here and down through here. Yes, yes. Learning Inktense takes a long time. Inktense is a fickle little beast, but it is definitely one of the best watercolor pencils that I've found. I've heard that the museum aquarels are really nice as well, but I don't have any of them, so. I'm hoping that once I can use the eraser on it, I can lift up some of the little boo-boos from my pen. Hello, Precious. You're fine. Oh, no, no blurry fish. Let me see if... Is anybody else see blurry fish? I scribble on the palette. Here, let me switch you over to this one here so you can see what I'm doing. So I scribble it on the palette, and then I use a brush with the water. But my brush skills are not all that great. Ah, okay. Well, don't work too hard. All right, now we're going to do the same thing here that we did on that one. Put the orange, red, orange on our shadow areas. Oh, I'm sorry, B. I am using the Caran-Neocolor 2s and the Prismacolor pencils that I was using earlier that I've got a couple of different ones that are very close to the Prismacolors. The Amazon Basics are very close. The Prismacolor are a Sanford duplicate. So they are using the Sanford recipe. And there was another one, brain. The Artlicious are a very close duplicate to the feel of Prismacolors as well. Charisma, K-A-R-I-S-M-A, Charisma. Hello, Shannon. I do believe that they are on the Deals of the Day link in my community tab. I do believe there's a link there. Yes. Hold on a second. I will take a look. If my... Yes, the... So there is a link to them. Oh no! Shannon's in the shadows. Yes, the Artex also is a duplicate feel to the Prismacolors as well. I don't find them that much of a duplicate, but a lot of people do say that. But the Prismacolors are actually the Sanford Prismacolor recipe. Yeah, I don't think so either. I I find they are very close, but definitely don't lay down the same way. But a lot of people do feel that. You are correct, Shannon. Are they out of stock now? Yeah, I don't agree with the dupe either. So I'm just going in with orange now. I've got to wet my whistle here. And I need more color. That is true. The Charisma colors are very close because of the fact that they are the same, well, the older what is the word I'm looking for? Um, Composition. So it's got the same kind of blend as the Prisma colors. So I'm just going in with orange into the darker orange area there. And extending that out. Trying to keep in the lines, but I'm not doing a very good job. I'm not doing good on staying in the lines today. Yeah, exactly. For the price, just get the Prismas. But the one thing that I do find about the Prismas are they don't break as often as well, they don't break compared to the Prismas. Um, but for the price of them, unless you're collecting, really not a budget friendly endeavor. But if you are collecting them, like I do, it is always a good thing to have an option of. Take a bit of that dark orange. Yeah, I don't know what went wrong with mine, but I have some major breakage issues. Always have, and I don't know if it's just me and the way I sharpen or what. But my mom doesn't have breakage issues with them either. But I have had horrible breakage issues with mine. But I am going to start, if I do use my prisms, I'm going to start using the electric sharpener for them like you have showed me. And hopefully I can avoid that issue altogether. Yes, Calamity, we're working in Fantasia, and we're working with the Neocolor 2s, the Caran d'Ache Neocolor 2s. And after the stream, I will be sure to leave a link for the book and any information that we need for it. So I'm just putting in the shadowy areas on Mr. Fishy Fishy here. And then we're going to use the yellow. Make sure I'm using the right one. Yeah, so this is the golden yellow. I have one. If you want to order me one, then you can, but I do have one. Actually, I have several of them. But I'm always up for trying new ones. But if it's the same as, say, the Task Biz, I already have one of those. And it works wonderfully, and I enjoy it. But I do have one. Alright, so now I'm using the yellow, and we're just going to blend right into the orange. That's one thing I really like about the Neocolors is they do blend together really, really nicely. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, the Task Biz does that too. It's really kind of cool. Alright, now I'm coming up through here with the yellow. Now I didn't go in there with the orange, so we're going to grab some of that orange, and we're just going to combine the two colors and soften that edge a little bit. Like so. And then we're going to come back with the yellow. Cool. Yeah, I really like it. It's a really good sharpener. And I do use it, just not with, you know, watercolor pencils and whatnot. So I'm just going to put little flicks of the yellow into the white here. Just to soften it up a little bit. Alright, now we're going to use some yellow on his lip. Make sure I turn that so I have a good fine point. like so. All right, so we've got 2 kois done. Let's do this one over here. Now this one here is like this one, but it's decorated like this one. So let's do this one in some pinks and oranges. So I'm just going to wet my brush. We're going to grab some pink. And a bit of salmon. So I'm going through and turning the ones that I have used the opposite direction so that I can find them again. And we're also going to put some white and some gray. And I may need to wash off my palette. Nice. All right, so we're going to start with the pink. I'm going to pick up some water. And we're going to start up here on his head. And go down his whiskers and his lip. We're also going to do his fins with the pink tones. Pick up a little bit more water. I apologize if I go quiet. Just concentrating. All right. Yes, exactly. Good morning, Della. How are you this fine morning? Just going to go through here with the deeper pink. And we're going to rinse our brush and wet down the salmon. Mix it with a little bit of the pink. Then we're going to mix it together, blending it into the deeper color for our shadow. Like so. Drawing that in. Hard to concentrate on these little tiny areas. Pick up some of that pink too. Like so. Alright, now moving on down here. Hello, Christina. Welcome. And for anybody that just came in, this is Fantasia by Nicholas Filbert. I can't pronounce his last name, so I'm not going to. And I am using the Neocolor 2 watercolor crayons. Water-soluble crayons, I should say. From Caran d'Ache. Just going to finish up the pink areas here. Might have to pick up a little bit more of that peach tone. Might have to put down a little bit more peach. Maybe not. I think we're okay. I think we got all our areas. Now we're going to use the gray. I am not coloring with my pinky up. I don't think anyway. I don't think so. They are pretty fancy dancy crayons. But I need to have a firm grip on the brush, otherwise I end up going over the lines and making a mess. Bye, Dion. Thanks for stopping in. I hope you have a wonderful day. You're going to color fancy with them, are you? right, now I'm using the white. And we're going right over top of the gray, blending it in. Need a little bit more water. You are so welcome. Again, thank you so much for joining in and participating in the 2,500 subscribers and for all of your support. I really appreciate you being one of my subscribers and Patreons. All right, so I'm going to take a little tiny bit of that gray and put it in underneath here for the shadow there. Like so. Blend that in a little bit better. There we go. And then we have a pink one. All right. Now I'm going to do this one here in the pinks as well. So we're going to take our pink color as well as our salmon. So I'm using the pink, quite literally that's the name of it, pink, and then we'll use salmon. And we may need to put more white down, but let's do the pink and the salmon first. All right, so we're going to do his little nose. And his gills. And then this one here, we're going to do his spots. Pink for this part. And I think we're going to do this in the darker pink. All the way across. Just to make it a little bit different. And down here. because not any two fish, even though they look the same, not any of them are exactly the same. This one. All right. They are a really, really nice set of pencils. And Lynette, the swatch chart for those is on the Patreon. That was the swatch chart that I put out this month. Was the swatch chart for the pencils you have. So if you want to swatch them with my swatch chart, you are welcome to do so. They are a wonderful, wonderful pencil. I had three winners, and the grand prize winner did claim her prize. So I gifted a set of the Filet Nayo, Phoenix Color Filet Nayo, to each of the runner-ups. And they are still just as pretty, and they color beautifully. They're one of my favorites. All right, bring this into the pink. Oh, thank you guys. You guys are what makes it possible to do any of those things. All of your support is the reason why the channel is here. So I appreciate you guys subscribing to the channel, coming and hanging out. You know, just being you. So I'm using the salmon and I'm just blending it into that pink. Thank you, Yen. I appreciate it. I don't know about the best, but I am one of the good ones. There are so many more out there that are just as lovely, if not more lovely, than I am. There are so many wonderful, wonderful people in this community, and I appreciate you all. Keep me around for a little while longer, huh, Jen? It's okay. People grow, people move on, and that's perfectly fine too. All right. So I think we're almost done with the pink areas here. Just going to put a little bit more. Actually, I'm going to put a touch of yellow in his fin and in his tail fin there, just because. Like that. Welcome back. Yeah, the community is just so full of wonderful people. It's just so nice to get to know you know, almost everyone. There are a few that can grate your nerves, but it's good to get to know them too. Sometimes, it's not even their it's more their outward persona than who they actually are. So it's always good to get to know them as well. All right, so I'm going in with the gray because we're going to be adding the white here. And then we're going to get some white. So I'm going to grab the white. We need a little bit more white than I have on the palette, so we're going to add some more white. Again, I'm just scribbling straight on the palette and activating it with my brush. And some water. Try to make sure I have enough water here. And then we go in right over top of the gray. And use that gray as our shadow. I have, and I don't want to waste what I will try it. I have colored directly on the page. I do find that that is really good for doing the backgrounds themselves. So I may do that for the water. I just find that the detail work, such as the fish, is just easier done with a pen, with the brush, instead of directly on the page. All right, Yana, have a great day. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out. I appreciate you hanging out with me while I make a mess of watercolor. All right, just cleaning up some of the edges here a little bit with just some straight water. Getting that blended into the white. Like so. All right, Jen, have a great day. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out. Oh dear. No problem at all, Amy. Thanks for coming and hanging out. Shouldn't you be in bed? Just saying. All right. So I'm going to switch you over to the main camera so you guys can see a little bit better of what I've got going on here. Let's go here. There we go. So we've got some orange and yellow kois and some pink and peach or salmon kois. It's 8 a.m. Really? Well, I guess, yeah, that's about 6 a.m. Okay, so that's fine. I won't yell at you then. All right, so now we're going to, because we're going to do the other two kois, let's do one in blues, one set in blues, and the other set in other colors. So these two here are the same. Oh, I don't have you on the close-up, sorry. So these two here are the same. This one and this one are the same. So we're going to color those in some blues and teal colors, and I think we'll do these ones in black and white. So let's grab, what color is this one? Yeah, we'll grab some malachite green and some turquoise blue. So this one here. So let's turn our palette and get some malachite green on there and some turquoise blue. All right. So I'm just going to take some of the water, wet down the malachite. And let's start up at the top so that we're not running our hand through it. Yeah, it's 11:20 here too. All right. All right. Now we're going to do his jaw. And I'm going to grab this one here. So we're going to take a little bit of cobalt blue as well in there. Nice. So the malachite is a darker, greenier blue, and the cobalt is a little bit more of a medium tone blue. Grab a little bit more water. And we're going to take the cobalt and we're going to do the fins. And then we'll go through and put a couple of darker areas on the curves of the fins. So where the fins are curving in, we'll add some of that darker malachite. Nice. Well, your car is now koi. I'm just going to blend this one down, lowering the tint of that color. Like so. Then we're going to take a bit of that malachite. The very, very deepest parts of the fins. Like so. Thank you, Bee. I appreciate that. All right. Sorry if I'm off screen. I didn't realize it was off screen. And then we're going to put in this light blue. Well, You know what they say about red cars? They do say that red cars get pulled over more often. I have not found a red car. Well, I had a burgundy car and I loved it. I love the color of it. But when my eyes started going a little off, I needed some of the other safety features of a newer model. So I ended up with a blue one of a newer model. The burgundy was nice though. So I can't really say I've never had a red car. Because I guess burgundy does count as red. Alright, so there we have our first little blue fishy. I'm just going to put a little bit more water on the light blue here. And I'm just going to blend some of these colors together a little bit so that we can soften that edge a little. Like so. There we have our blue fishy. Now we're going to do the same thing down here with this fella. Yeah, it all depends upon where you live too. I know that in BC, where I used to live, if you had a red car, quite literally, you were pulled over every time you went through a speed trap, or every time you went through a DUI checkpoint, or any of those things, you were instantly pulled over. My ex had a little red car and he got pulled over all the time. He says he didn't deserve it. I don't know if I believe him, but he said that they were just picking on him because he had a red car. And I argued the fact with him and then looked up the statistics, and he was right statistically. Alright, now I'm going to add the cobalt. Same in California, yeah. And add lots of water to the cobalt. And as we get closer to this side here, that's a little bit more exposed, we'll lighten it up. then we're going to take the cobalt through here. Just dragging it through. And then we're going to do the same with this one, adding that cobalt to the malachite and extending that shadow. And blending it into the rest of the fish here. And we're going to add the dark blue to his tail. And now we're going to grab a little bit more of that malachite green blue color. Absolutely, Lynette. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. I hope you enjoy the pencils. I am so glad that you were able to receive them and that they arrived all in one piece. Yeah, I'm the same way. I try not to speed, but everybody's always, speeding along, and I feel that I'm slowing people down, and people get really, really irritated when you go slow. All right, just gonna put in that malachite. Just at the front. Then we're going to take that light blue turquoise. All right, so I'm taking that light blue and I'm just filling in the highlight. Make sure that you guys can still see what I'm doing. All right. Okay, so there's our blue fish. Yeah, if you're doing 55, it will take you a little longer to get anywhere. All right, so now we're going to go back to our gray and our white, and then we're going to add some black. So I'm going to put the gray down, and the black. So the majority of the fish is going to be colored in the black. Let's do the top one first so that we're not sticking our hands in the color. But we're going to add some gray and some white highlights. So we're just going to fill our brush with the black. All right. This is where the tongue comes out and the fingers get a little antsy. Because I know I'm going to go over the lines. A little bit more water. Trying to keep it as thick as possible so that it's nice and dark black. Right, we're going to turn the page and we're going to try not to make too much of a mess of it. Hurry back, Della. Can you put my sheets in the dryer too? You put them in the washer first. Alright, and then up his fin here. And then on his tail. Like so. Am I? All right. So my chat is behind. I apologize. Hopefully I haven't missed anything. I don't know why my chat is behind again. I'm in live chat this time. And welcome back, Della. I may just be behind because I'm concentrating on other things. So I'm using the gray now. You're welcome. Take a little bit of that black into the gray. Just to make a slightly darker gray. That's better. And then lighter gray. Yay! Fresh linens and peaches is always a good thing. And we'll just take some of that black. Sorry if I'm going quiet. Just give me a second here and I'll look up at chat. Trying to blend that black in without removing it as the dominant color. Absolutely, fresh laundry is always the best. Well, clean laundry is always the best, but you know, who am I to judge? I'm just teasing. All right. So last little bit on the black fish here. This is going to be the end for the gray. And then we're going to take our white. And I'm going to move it down so you can actually see what I'm doing. Just for you. And make sure the white's on there nice and thick. And we're going to pick up a whack of the white. And we're just going to put in the highlight. Just blend it all together. Alright, just going to put the white in on the tips here. Blend it in there. Well, it all depends upon what color of pink. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to put a little bit more of that gray. Blending it in there. And take a clean brush. I'm just going to soften it up. Same with here. Just going to soften it up. Like so. Alright, so there's our black fish. I'm going to switch you back over to the main camera here so you can see all the little fishies. Because we are almost at the point where it's time to go. So I will finish up the black fishy here and then we will head out. On Monday we will do the flowers and on Wednesday we will do the water unless we have time to do it all on Monday. So the black one down here is the next one we're going to do. Thank you. I appreciate that. So we're going to grab our black again and we're going to do this one here. So again, just putting down a layer of the black. And And we'll get this black one done and call it a day. Alright, so again, little flicks. Let's get some more water. And turn the book just slightly here so I can not put my hand in it. Hello, Angela. Lurk away, dear. Welcome, and thank you very much for coming and hanging out. I love all my lurkers. You're all wonderful, wonderful people. I have created a corner just for you. There's tea and coffee and some books. All right. So just filling in the black again. Getting that dark area filled in. And then we'll go in here. You are welcome. All right. And then up through the fin. Like so. Now we're going to take our gray. And we're just going to throw that around anywhere. And put that down. Nice. All right. So I've got the gray now. I'm just going to fill that in. I need a little bit more water. And some darker gray. that in. Now we need a bit more of the black. There we go. Alright, so we're going to come through here with a little bit more of that black, just to wake that. Make that a little bit darker there. Okay. Just didn't find it was dark enough. So now we're going to go in with our gray. And we're just going to blend it in a little, like that. Again through here, leaving the tops open for some white. And through here. Take a little bit of black. And some gray. And the same down here on his tail. Like so. Then we're going to get some white. And we're just going to put in a highlight here. Just needs a little bit of that black through there. Like so. Alright, so I think my time is up. Remember that Amazon Tammy will be streaming in approximately an hour. Of course, remember to hit ! Amazon Tammy if you have not already been to her channel before. If you hit ! Amazon Tammy, you will get the link to Tammy's channel. Remember to, of course, hit that subscribe button and make sure you hit the like button. She is a wonderful, wonderful artist and a fantastic Aussie woman. She is a warrior. I'm just going to put a little bit more white down here. Hello, CP. I am sorry if I missed you coming in. So I'm just going to finish up the koi here, and then we'll take a quick look at it. And then I will let you all head on over to Tammy's. Grab your drinks and your popcorn and, you know, go to the bathroom before you have to go there, because she will make you giggle to a point where you might have to tinkle. Okay, I'm going to grab a bit of water here, just so that we can blend this a little bit better here. Like so. Just going to soften up that edge a little, so that it's not as stark white. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to switch you on over to the main screen here, and then I'm going to move this so that you can actually see the entire thing. So there's our messy palette. And there we have our koi fish. So we finished up all the fish. We've done 2 black, 2 blue, 2 pink, and 2 orange. Did I miss a whisker? I did. Thank you. I missed a whisker on both of them. Aren't I special? All right. I'm just going to grab some black. Thank you very much for pointing that out, because I did miss a whisker on this one, as well as a whisker on this one. There we go. That's better. Awesome, Susan. Thanks so much for hanging out. Thank you very much, Della, for pointing that out. I appreciate it. Because, yeah, I would have missed it and I would have kicked myself later. All right, guys. I will be back, of course, on Monday to work on this a little bit more. Of course, Monday I will be completing the Monday view as well. And, yeah, of course, like I said, make sure that you type in !! Amazon Tammy and go on over and see her stream a little later on today. With that, always remember to like, comment, and subscribe to any YouTube artist that you enjoy. And always, always remember to relax, color, and stay safe, everyone. Until next time, bye-bye for now.